So hello, good evening everyone. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining me on my channel. I'm going to be doing a reading about the situation in the Sushant Singh Rajput case. There are a lot of things happening around the case, but not exactly on the case itself. So I wanted to know, I think a lot of us want to know what is going on exactly with so important things happened today. Arnab Goswami got arrested. Another Viboranan, that lawyer, was released on bail. Oh, that was a few days ago. Then we have the situation with Rhea Chakraborty. So let's ask the cards. I'm asking my guides here to come within this space and guide us. So we're going to ask the cards, what is going on in this case overall? And I'm going to ask this to the Lenormand Oracle. The Lenormand Oracle is a French-based system, and it's very good for day-to-day things. So I'm going to pick this deck first and foremost. So just to pick 3 cards and see what is going on at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna put the cards here so that you can see. So we have the stars, we have a rider, and we have a book. So this literally means that there's going to be new communication, new information. The stars tend to mean something related to fate, to destiny, but in this case it's kind of sort of saying there's something new that is going to happen. There's a new turn of events that's going to happen. However, this turn of events is in the books, which means it's can be new information, can be new secret information that is revealed. But there is definitely some movement happening. Okay, because the rider is always about something new. So this is what this is showing immediately. What is going to happen is that we're going to learn something new about the case. So interestingly enough, I'm just going to keep asking, what is it? The same deck. Oh, my cards are very eager to talk. So I'm going to ask the same deck, what new information can we learn, okay, about the case? Because the problem is that we are learning a lot of things and they're not necessarily related to the Sushant Singh Rajput case directly. It's all about people in the periphery, which means surrounding, you know, that case, and not the facts of how did he die, what happened. So what more can be revealed on the case itself this week or soon in the near future? Sorry. So in this case, this looks to me like they're going to overcome, there's going to be a lucky break, okay, on the obstacles surrounding the death. So again, it's kind of not giving me more that new information. It's just literally saying there's going to be progress, all right? There's going to be a lucky break, something lucky. This is a clover. Clover is always lucky. So perhaps something happening by chance. Chance on the mountain, on all of the obstacles that have been in the way of this case so far. In this case, related to the death, the ending. The cross is always about death and endings. So the mountain is always obstacles, and the clover is things, small things, happening for a very brief period of time. So it looks again like it's slow. There isn't much happening on that front as such, just information that's going to be revealed. So we're going to ask Tarot precisely. There's a lot of people surrounding this case, and I'm kind of interested in knowing how genuine are these people, you know, because a lot of people got a lot of attention. For instance, the actress Kangana Ranaut, she got a lot of attention. Arnab Goswami got a lot of attention. I'm not speaking against these people. I'm saying they have had a lot of media mileage from this case. So how genuine are these people? How genuine are the people that are in between inverted commas fighting for justice, the warriors for SSR fighting for justice for Sushant Singh Rajput? So I'm going to start with Arnab Goswami because he's the one that we have you know, he's in jail on an abetment to suicide case, completely different matter. I think that was from 2 years back. So let's ask, how genuine is this person? Can he be trusted in this matter? All right. Let's ask the tarot cards this time. Is he trustworthy in this matter? Okay, I've pulled 2 cards here. Since I've pulled 2 cards, let's have a look. What are they saying? 6 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, High Priestess, Knight of Cups. Okay, 6 of Swords is literally showing that he's gone into jail. He's got problems. Swords are always difficulties. So that's somebody that is moving. Usually it's a good card. It moves on somewhere. But in this case, because we're talking about someone specific who's gone over to jail right now, so we can see that, you know, he has problems. Okay, he's gone somewhere that is it's all related to difficulties. This figure is about learning things. It's he takes an interest in things, but he's new. He's not very mature. He's not very learned. So does this match with the personality of Arnab Goswami? Not really. It's probably just saying that his interest is a little bit immature in the case. But here there is a lot of knowledge, and there's a lot of secret knowledge. So I'm thinking that he's looking a little bit boisterous, a little bit like someone who's got caught off guard today, you know, by being removed by the police, because he has a lot of knowledge. He actually knows quite a lot of things. You know, this card is all about secrets and hiding things. So it's also somebody who's not really genuine. All right. In my experience, this card has always shown somebody who's a little bit fake, who's always pretending. But beneath that, I think he's pretending to kind of you know, his face on TV the way he is. But I think his heart is in the right place. You know, there's a Knight of Cups. He's a little bit emotional, someone who gets carried away. We've all seen that. But I think that his heart's in the right place. So because I'm not really getting a clear sense, and I want to get a bit of a confirmation here. Is this man, does he have the right intentions? So I'm going to ask the goddess oracles, because I actually really trust my goddesses, and they always have really good spiritual messages. So I'm going to ask the goddess oracles, what do they think? What advice, what message do they give regarding this man? Okay. What message do they give? Can Arnab Goswami, is he genuine in this case? Is he looking after this case with his heart? So we have Mother Earth and we have focused intention. So Mawu is again, it's a bit similar to this card. It's somebody that has a goal, okay, that has a purpose, that is looking at things from a ground reality perspective. All right? And Diana is focused intention. She's the goddess of hunting. So again, it feels to me, it's not 100% clear here, but it feels to me it's a little bit mixed. All right? It's somebody that has a goal, but is the goal, I think he's genuine in his intentions, but I think he gets a little bit mixed up. Okay, he gets a little bit mixed up with the commercial aspect of news, with the sensationalism, with a lot of things, and the focused intention is perhaps sometimes a little bit lost. This reminds me of Sushant, you know, and he was learning archery. And here it says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And I think in the case of Arnab Goswami, he has made his mark, but I think he got a little bit sidetracked, you know, with the drugs, with all of the other cases that were going on. He's been targeting specific people. Did he go a little bit? This is where these two cards are interesting, because these are two very immature people. All right, this is basically a child and this is a very young man. So this is kind of showing this aspect of his personality. He's a very knowledgeable and intelligent, intellectual person, but at the same time, he has these aspects that are in his personality, which means that he's a little bit immature, and the way he's done things is perhaps what got him into trouble and why he's in police custody right now. So, all in all, I think, you know, it seems like his intentions are good, but his method may not be that great. Okay, so I wanted to also ask the cards about what is going on with Rhea. All right, with Rhea Chakraborty. I wanted to know what is actually going to what is the situation? What is the progress? She's out on bail. Now she's lodged an FIR against Sushant's sisters, all right, saying that they gave him drugs that were unauthorized, that they got illegal prescriptions. Okay, so she's doing something to counter what has been done to her. But what is actually going to happen to Rhea Chakraborty? So let's have a look with tarot first, and we will have a look at Lenormand, the French cards. Okay, again, this case is super slow. Rhea is going to have her way for now, all right? It's showing somebody's blocking some information, protecting her, and somebody's waiting for something to happen. At the moment, this girl is, she's having her way with justice, because these two cards, when you add them up, 4 and 7, it's 11, and that's the card of justice. So this girl, she's represented as the Queen of Rods, which is usually a very sassy, very attractive woman, which is what she is. On the outside, I'm not saying she's an attractive woman inside. I personally don't think so. So here it feels like this woman, she's getting her way with the law, and she seems to be protected. All right. So that's what's going on at the moment. That's the energy that's present. So because I'm not really happy with this, so I'm going to ask the French cards too, what do they think is going to happen to her? I want to know what is the next development that is going to happen with regards to Rhea. All right, let's see, what is the next development. Right now we know she's got the law in her favor, kind of thing, and she's doing her own thing. It's what it looks like. Okay, so let's see, is there anything else that can happen that can speed up this case, or at least give us some sense that something is happening? There's a ship, there's a fox, and there's a child. Oh. So the child is something small, all right? The fox, you can see he's eating a chicken. The fox is something very clever and very cunning, okay? And the ship is movement, is a change. So I think the next development is that there's going to be a change of strategy, a change of ruse on her part. And I'm not sure, not on her part, but in connection to her. So the strategy seems like it's going to change. A small strategy will change. And let's see what exactly is the strategy going to do. I'm just going to pick 2 cards more. How is that going to help? Okay, that's really, really good. And that's kind of what I wanted to get at, all right? So we have a bouquet and we have a key. So that means there's going to be a solution that's going to be found, and that's going to be a happy solution. That's a really good card. A bouquet is usually a gift. It's flowers, it's blossom. It means something very positive, and the key at the end is solution. So to me it looks like there is going to be a change of strategy, or there's going to be a small change of strategy, but it's going to bring the desired results. There is going to be a solution. So I'm not checking time, but I know that it's going to happen sooner rather than later. And we all just have to keep the faith and, know that things are happening in the divine right order. All is well. Things are happening in the divine right order. Okay, so that was for Rhea. Now, I really wanted to hear a bit more about Sushant himself, because people are saying so many things about him, and he's been present with me all the time. I see signs of him, and I know he's here. I know he's with many of us who believe in the power of his soul. So Sushant, you're always here, and I want to hear from you now through the goddess oracles. Or perhaps not this one, perhaps I have another deck of cards which I like to use, which is the Sacred Indian Tarot cards. So Sushant, I'd like to ask you, I know you're always here. I don't have to ask you to come in because you're permanently showing your presence to me. So what message do you have for us that are waiting, for some development, for something to happen? What message do you have for us? We are losing faith. Some of us are getting angry. We are seeing the cook posing with your clothes on, with your shoes, with your dog. Pitani is walking freely. Everyone's walking free. So what do you want to tell us? What do you want to tell us that are watching here today? What message do you have for us about, how we should be feeling about what's going on? Oh, this is why I love you so much, Sushant Singh Rajput. It's because you're very clear. See these cards for yourselves. It's beautiful artwork. Death, the Empress, and Justice. These are very clear cards. The Empress, the woman who's responsible for his death, will get justice. Justice will be served. Now, it's very clearly a woman. All right, it's very clearly a woman. This woman, she's the Empress is usually somebody who's very bossy, somebody who's very powerful. It's usually a very positive figure. Okay, it's a sacred figure. It's a mother. So we can assume here that the person who's responsible is someone who's in some form of position of power. She doesn't need to be a mother. She just can be somebody who's in a position of power. So the death is very clear, a very clear card here. Death, the Empress, okay? It's the end of her. It's also the end. Death is also the end of something. It's the end of her reign, of her power, of her capacity, to get away from the law, because she's going to get it, definitely. It's just that we don't know if it's going to be human justice or if it's going to be divine justice. Either way, it's going to be justice. And I love these cards. I love these cards so much. And thank you, Sushant. There is no better indication that you're here, that you just give such clear and precise answers. And I just know that, things will happen. Things will happen. And I just want to complement this with the goddesses. Spiritually, what do we have as message from the goddesses regarding this case? There's 2 cards that came, so I'm just going to take these 2 cards. Yes, I agree. So Seeger asks for quiet time, and Sedna is infinite supply. So the goddesses are saying, take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. You're supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Seeger is asking us, as his fans, as people who are following the news every single day, or people who want to know what's going on, just meditate and pray. Take quiet time, take time out, stop watching the news. Don't worry about what you see. Don't worry about the lack of information, because things are in motion. There is infinite supply. There is abundance of information. There is abundance of energy, of a return of energy that is going to happen in this case, which means that the people that have wronged him, the people that have caused him harm, are going to get what they deserve. And here it's very clear, and it does not matter. It does not matter if it's not humans that give them justice, because justice can be divine justice. Justice can be justice that we do not see. It's just going to be justice that happens without us knowing. But you need to have the faith, as warriors of SSR, as supporters of Sushant Singh Rajput, that there will be justice. The people who hurt him, who caused his death, the woman, it's a woman. This woman will pay for his death. Have no doubt. Have no doubt. I know that I don't have any doubt. I know I have been taking time out myself and not really following the case, because whatever is happening right now is irrelevant in many ways. It's not giving us real information, inside information into what's going on. So quiet time, pray, meditate, go inside, introspect, listen to his speeches, listen to him talk. You will get a lot of messages from what he says while he was in his human body. So I think that's the best way forward, is to just actually listen to his messages, watch him dance, watch his movies, and just be happy that he lived and that he was among us, that he's still here. He's still here. It's just his body is not here, but the rest of him is. Whatever fueled that body, those sparkling eyes, that smile, everything we saw, we no longer see, but the energy is very much here. So with this, thank you so much for listening. And if you do have questions that you want me to answer specifically on this case or something else, don't hesitate. All right, thank you so much. Just leave them in the comments, hit the subscribe button. I will only answer questions for people who do subscribe to this channel. So thank you.